Okay, so we're just gonna ignore part 1 here. Whatever I said about my runner-ups and having 15 songs and, oh, editor me, this is gonna be the longest or shortest, ignore all that. There might be a lot of songs here still, but I'm not numbering them, and it's definitely going to be a lot shorter here. I want to make more use of the tags on the side because I think they get my thoughts out clearer, but I will chip in here and there to just give my quick rundown of the song, and then we'll move on to the actual final part. So, without further ado, the lightning round. Do you hear that? That's some good brain rot right there. And that brain rot is Good Girl by At Heart. Now, I had a friend actually show me this song. He prefaced it with, hey, you might not like this, but I do. And with a song as sweet and as cute as this, come on, of course I'm gonna like it. Sure, it's super repetitive, very repetitive, but that bumpy instrumental just drills into your brain. And that chorus, even more so. So come on, At Heart, can't wait to see what you do in the future. Your group must be truly special to have a B-side just kind of overshadow the title for me. And of course, that just belongs to NMIX here. If it had to be any group, it'd be NMIX. Ocean is a beautiful piece of music from the group. It's something that highlights all of their vocals very, very well, but the instrumental itself is also just as good, and it pairs perfectly with them. I would say that Blue Valentine acts as like almost the refined version of Ocean. Ocean was setting the stage for what the group could do. If you haven't heard it by now, give Ocean a listen. It's playing in the background here, but give it a full listen. It's a great song. We have another rookie group absolutely killing it this year. I know Kiki had a full release earlier this year, and that's good, don't get me wrong, but Dancing Alone, it has everything I look for in a K-pop song. It's got that 80s synth, it's got that cute charm, and the music video is probably one of my favorites from this year. It's able to capture all these different eras of nostalgia so well, and then you pair that with a song that's kind of nostalgic and just the way it sounds, and you got something really, really good here. And surprisingly, this group has amazing vocal chops. Didn't even know that was even a thing they were promoting here, but can't wait to see what they do next. So the only boy group I decided to listen to this year is also a rookie group, but I feel like you wouldn't even know that looking at Cortis straight on. These guys have such a solid identity right out the gate, and the song pairs so well with that too. It feels like something that would have come out from maybe a BTS or a 17, a group that already has an identity, but for them to come out with this so early in their career, I don't know. I think we got some pretty strong contenders for rookies this year, that's for sure. So I don't know what the K-pop community was doing over this summer, just trying to convince everyone that this song is bad and, oh, aespa fell off, what are they gonna do next? This isn't Armageddon, because Dirty Work is up there for some of their best releases for me. I just love when the group kind of strays away from their more traditional sound like we saw with Armageddon last year and Savage and all those other releases, because when they do switch up the genres, they can nail it. Sometimes they don't, but right here, Dirty Work, I think they did. Whether it was the concept, the actual physical album, or the song itself, Dirty Work was a complete standout to me this year. I gotta come out and say it. I was a day one Islet fan, okay? And I'm only saying this because there's a very particular someone who tried to tell me they were bad. That Magnetic was not that good. Well, look where we are now. I know you like Jellius. You really like Jellius. You know why? Because it's that good. Jellius, super addictive, a blast throughout, has a little bit more going on than something like Tic Tac, where it just feels a bit more fleshed out in parts. Minju's voice, beautiful, incredible, melodic. Can't say enough about the group. Islet, keep doing what you're doing. Keep giving me more brain rot, please. I don't really have anything in particular to say here, aside from the fact that this is a very solid release by a very unrecognized group. iChon is a group I've followed for about a year now, and they totally deserve more praise. XL itself, it's not very unique from the scene nowadays, but it's so solid that it's been on my loop playlist while I've been working on this video, and I just wanted to give it and the group some love here. Twice. Talk about a song coming out of left field for me. Right at the tail end of the summer too, we just get Body just dropped on us, and it's like, what am I supposed to do with this now? It's gonna get cold outside, but that song, if that doesn't get a fire in your heart going and listen to it, I don't know what will. I've been listening to it since it dropped till now. What a standout this year. Dayoung, can't wait to see what else she does. You have my full attention now, both in terms of music and performance. Also, the full release was very good. Here's to You, Marry Me. Great song. Play here. 2 seconds. Very good. Moving on. It wouldn't be a K-pop list if we didn't have a group that was either disbanded already or in some sort of controversy. Purple Kiss is, fortunately and unfortunately, the former here. Doremi was their last release, and talk about a perfect send-off for a group like this. A little dark, a little whimsical, but full force of just vocal talent and dedication on display. I wish the members success wherever they go in the future. And here we are. We made it. The last segment of the video. We're going to handle this segment a little like the album release, go a little bit more in depth about why I like the songs in general, somehow try to formulate my thoughts into why my 8-brain thinks song good. But without further ado, my top 10 K-pop songs of 2025. You didn't think I forget about Promise Now, did you? Of course they're gonna make the top 10, but we have a B-side this time around. Don't get me wrong, Like You Better was an incredible title track, but Merry-Go-Round is somehow the most Promise song I've heard, while also being like the least sounding Promise song they ever put out. The instrumentals and production here are so fresh and unique from what we've gotten in the past, but you also still have the consistently powerful vocals from them here. Haeyoung, Jiwon, Nagyeon, again, mentioned them before, but Chaeyoung and Jihyun like pick up so much work here that cohesively Promise 5 is just putting out stuff that I'm so thrilled to see. Easily, the most notable part about Merry-Go-Round for me has to be that like chanting that's in the beginning of the song, the end, and throughout the choruses. I don't know whose voice that is, I don't know who's singing that section, but it adds so many layers to this song, and it already meshes so well with the rest of the group's vocals throughout the song. I just hope we get more of that similar sound in their later work. But if this is the kind of quality we can expect from Promise 9 going forward, especially with a B-side, I don't think they're ever leaving my top 5 K-pop group lists ever. I'm excited to see what they put out in the coming year or so. It would have been a crime if I didn't put La La Love Me on this list, especially after seeing it perform live so close to when the song dropped, but regardless of me seeing it in concert or not, this is such a good song. It carries more of like their bop bop kind of sound rather than something like Shush or even Untie as a B-side, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. We still have a bit of that balanced maturity in this song. You see it more so in the pre-chorus and several of the verses, but once that chorus hits, they're going full on like almost G-Friend era of music, and it's amazing. The actual choreography for this song, as well as just the performance that the girls put on, is what really brings it home for me. Eunha, Sinbi, Eunji are just highly skilled performers in everything they do, and seeing this song live in a crowd full of people, we ate it up. We ate that song up well, and it was easily a highlight of my entire concert going experiences with K-pop so far. So Lala Love Me. When I started putting this video together, Triple S's Beyond Beauty comeback had just dropped, and I didn't think for a second that a song would make it onto this list. After all, it's so late in the year, there's already so many other releases that dropped, but number 8 spot goes to Cameo Love from the Moon subunit. Seriously, Triple S is always full of surprises, and getting 4 subunits in a single comeback, only a group like this can pull off something like that. Funnily enough, Moon wasn't even my most anticipated subunit, but they just completely floored me with this release. The initial demo for Cameo Love piqued my interest way back in October, and I wasn't sure what group was actually going to receive it, but handing it off to Sohyun, Kaede, and the others that make up Moon was the perfect choice here. And most importantly, it lets certain members that normally don't get screen time to take center stage here. I think Sullen was just the perfect choice of leader here, because as one of the last few members of the original Triple S roster, you really get to see how much she's grown and just how much confidence she has now. Letting her open up Cameo Love with such an iconic and memorable line was perfect, and her second part in the chorus, so good. On the topic of the music video, talk about using your budget wisely. Setting it in the same location as Zenith's Q&A worked out so well for them, because you have Q&As just like bubbly, fresh, high school vibe, and then Cameo Love is just like kind of bleak and mystifying to watch. It's just so mysterious. But hands down, my favorite part about Cameo Love is probably the choreo and the performance. That one scene of Jihyun, you know, the one Jihyun scene, this shit lives in my head rent-free easily. I've seen it on the first stage show they did, I've seen it in the music video, and it always slaps. So captivating, some of the best choreo I've seen out of maybe even the entire 24 ensemble. I truly hope that this isn't the end of these particular subunits. All of them did great, but Moon especially is something I'd like to see more of. And if we can get kind of that similar vibe in future releases by this subunit, they might end up being my favorite batch of Triple S members, hands down. You know, a song is good when my only complaint is that I wish it were longer than 2 minutes, but that's just kind of a thing in 2020's K-pop nowadays, huh? Number 7, Hot, LE SSERAFIM. The versatility that this group has was on full display with the Easy Crazy Hot trilogy. This song in particular is just something that scratches an itch in my brain. It's a laid-back groove that LE SSERAFIM has done in the past, mostly as B-sides, but getting something as a title here is something truly special. Chaewon and Yujin are good as ever, always good, but seeing Kazuha, Sakura, and Eunchae finally just like step into their own and have some real confidence behind their performances here is amazing, especially Kazuha, who since Hot has just been on a streak, a hot streak you could say, But no, it's not just the vocal performance of Hot that really captivates me, but the instrumentals behind it and production is just as stellar. It's not as bombastic as like Crazy's like dance vibe or something as unique as Easy, but I think the choice to go with something more steady here was perfect because it just ends off the trilogy in such a great way, and it kind of contrasts from what you usually expect when you hear the words Hot and you picture LE SSERAFIM. It's a completely different vibe for me, and it works very well. You ever get that feeling when you listen to a song for the first time and you're like, oh yeah, this is going on loop all day today? That's Bloom. This is a late submission in the year for sure, but I was completely floored when it played. Reseen has only been around for a year or so, but their discography is so solid, they feel like a totally established group by now. They're up there with some of the greats for me in terms of what they're putting out. With Bloom, Reseen dips more into like the dreamy side of their hyper sweet sound usually, and it did not disappoint. That final chorus is so incredible, the way the instrumental just cuts off and it lets you just get the full range of the group's vocals, and then it just goes right back into that ending chorus. Stellar work here, and again, the synth makes a return, but Reseen brings some much needed depth to that medium, to that sound, and just incredible talent throughout. And while Bloom is the standout from this release, I gotta give a shout out to Lip Balm, the actual EP, because I've been playing it consistently, and again, they just have such a strong identity right now. So I'm just hoping that we get more diversity with their sweeter releases, and Bloom just takes it away. A surprising find for sure, but a song just as refreshing and just as light as its namesake. Number 5 belongs to Spring Rain by Eunice. Now, Eunice is pretty funny for me because last year when Islet dropped Magnetic, a friend of mine got into a little bit of a beef over what song was better, and never did I think that Eunice would be coming up on top over an Islet song this year, but Spring Rain is just so refreshing to hear. I hate to compare all the time, but it gives me such early G-Friend vibes with how nostalgic sounding it is. The chorus just starts off so light before jumping into like that little, I don't know if you call it a rap, but that little rap bit. But it works so well, and it gives much needed variety to the track, where you have the influence of like 2010s K-pop with kind of the sound that modern K-pop is known for. Spring Rain is one of those songs that reminds me of why I got into K-pop in the first place. I remember when I was listening to Twice back in 2017 or G-Friend, where it just felt so different from the music I was listening to at the time. It's so carefree and so peaceful, and it's nice to see a group kind of going back to that vibe while also still bringing something new to the table. So I fully recommend Spring Rain. Give it a listen. And at number 4, we have Dear by QWER, or Quer. I like to just say the full acronym. Either way, this group has been on my radar since their release from last year, Algorithms Blossom, and Dear, as well as its accompanying EP, just continue to show that this group's underdog style of like promoting themselves and doing their storytelling just works every single time. What we have with Dear is just something that's super emotional and very relatable to me. I think that just comes from the fact that it's based off of Seon's own experience just in the idol industry before joining the group. These lyrics of just chasing your dreams amidst a sea of losses is just so impactful. Regardless of whether or not you understand Korean or look up the lyrics after the fact, you can just feel that in the instrumental and the vocal performances on display here. The girls themselves, instrumentally, have just notably improved since they debuted, and hearing the other members take up vocals throughout this track is just great. For as heart-wrenching as this is at times, it's easily up there as one of my favorite songs by them, and I'm hoping they put out more stuff like this. Perhaps maybe songs based on the other members' experiences. Season of Memories. G-Friend, call me biased, but this song was going to make it here regardless. I remember when they announced the reunion back in October 2024, and I was so excited to see what they would do. And here we are, almost a full year since this song technically dropped, and having this start off the year of K-pop for me, couldn't have picked a better choice. This song as a whole is so emblematic of GFriend, and they're just every era they've been through. Very Song of the Sirens tarot cards, Time for the Moon Night, Navirella. I think of just a lot of the GFriend songs that are a bit more upbeat and less dramatic, which isn't a bad thing, but to have it be their 10-year reunion song, you couldn't have picked a better theme. And of course, the music video, that music video. As someone who doesn't know much about the GFriend lore, you could still just pick pieces of it and get an understanding of what they were going for. Of course, you have the BBG trio still doing music as a group, but give credit to Yerin, Sowon, and Yuju for still just having what it takes to function in a group like this, and it just shows the bond that they established over the years. Overall, just a wonderful reunion, a wonderful track with a J-rock vibe that just fits GFriend's style perfectly. I just hope that this spells out more of a future for this group, even if we only get it once in a while. So this was originally my #1 song for most of the year, and you'll see what beat it out in just a little bit, but Are You Alive only lost by about a hair. Hell, I would even say that it lost because this is what made S one of my favorite groups this year. Girls Never Die was something that I didn't think the group could ever top. It's like the most unique thing they put out, but Are You Alive is just, it's that perfect high energy that I look for in K-pop, while still carrying the themes that Girls Never Die established. You have the classic La 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 melody that S is known for, and I know that for some people it was a bit more repetitive in this release. I think it just works very well. I'm looking back on it, and verses done by Shinwi and Yen for the chorus are just, they mesh so well with this large chant, and it's at its strongest here, and that's just due to Are You Alive's nature. And it'd be wrong for me not to mention, but the concept behind this entire album and the music video for Are You Alive in particular are some of the best I've seen in K-pop. And it's only really matched by Madhouse's other girl group, which just so happens to be Artemis. There's so many iconic shots in the music video, and just nothing quite like it out there right now. Whether it's the song itself, the choreo, member performances, or production, Are You Alive? Certified classic for me, and so close to being #1, but you know, just not quite. Not quite. Not after what's coming up next.
If this world is over,
the song that shattered my original ranking. Man, I was so confident putting this video together, and then NMIX had to come and drop this on me. But Blue Valentine is my favorite K-pop song of 2025. This is one of the most emotive, vocally intense songs I've heard the likes of since, I don't know, GFriend's Rough. Blue Valentine, in a weird way, is like the least mixed song that NMIX has done, but it's still so fresh in its production and in the talent that goes behind it that I didn't think a song like this could even be put out in K-pop. I think a big part of what shows why Blue Valentine just works is the stripped down a cappella version. Being able to take away the instrumentals that make up a song and then still have something feel so emotional and raw just shows how talented NMIX is as a group. Just the layering of their voices in the chorus and the distorted Blue Valentine that plays at the end, it just works so well. Haewon, the Lily, Sulyun, Bae, Jiwoo, Kyujin are just incredible talents, and man, I would hope to see them live on this upcoming tour. because this song, Blue Valentine, expertly crafted, amazing vocal talent, ascension worthy as hell. This is the top song for me this year.